I'm Garrett Young, and I made
I'm
it.
Courtney, and I made it.
I'm Raquel, and I made
I'm
it.
Andrew, and I made it.
I'm Brittany, and I made it.
I have clinical depression.
I have bipolar disorder.
I get stressed out
I
sometimes.
suffer from anxiety and insomnia.
I have situational anxiety.
It was all just built up over time. It just really, I guess it kind of warped my sense of reality and everything else. And I mean, I can be happy, but like for no reason out of the day, I'll get depressed and I'll get to the point to where I just don't even want to continue working on things.
Bipolar disorder is the inability to control your emotions.
It gets kind of difficult sometimes to function even in daily life.
It's the inability to sleep, no matter how tired you may be, whether you've been up for days or maybe just one night. Anxiety is when you can't stop thinking about all the things around you, all the people in your life. But when you have them together, you're up all night thinking. You can't. Your
It's
mind won't stop.
where everything in life, everything hard, everything bad, I tend to bottle it up, keep it in the back of my mind, and at the end of the day, I explode. It affects other people more than it affects myself.
What really impacted me is whenever I was younger, I've dealt with a lot of issues with my father, and I was in the care of my grandmother most of the time. But she passed away in 2004, and I was only 9 years old, and I guess just the loss from her and all the drama that my dad and my mom brought on to me throughout the years with my stepmom later on. And my
Bipolar disorder runs in my family. My mom, my grandpa, my great-grandma all had it. It's really hard to cope with sometimes. It comes on without you really even knowing. It's just tough.
And also with all the extracurricular activities I'm involved in. And sometimes people don't really understand, and they say, well, you can do it, you can do this, and you can do that, but you know what? Sometimes you can't do everything, and if you do try to do everything to please people, then you're going to come up short.
Trouble sleeping, I'm usually having to do something to keep my mind off of all the problems that I have.
Bipolar disorder is nothing to be ashamed of. There are many channels that you can go through to help.
Getting stressed out and taking time for yourself is nothing to be ashamed of. Don't let people make you feel bad just because you can't do everything that they would ask of you to do. You do need to take time out of your day to take care of you, because you are important, and if you can't function, then all those things that you have to do and all those priorities that you've made and commitments that you've made to other people are not going to get.
Anxiety isn't anything to be afraid of or to be ashamed of. It's not something that you cause yourself.
I made it.
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 I made it because I went through years of therapy. Just being able to take these types of lessons that I've been going through since I was 9, I've been able to just start to break the cycle of my depression when it continues through daily, but it starts as a lesson. What I do now, instead of whenever I get depression, like when I have my thoughts, I either take a long walk or I work out. I mean, now I'm on the verge of becoming an Army soldier because I've been able to overcome so many of my obstacles in my life and just be able to work through things, and that's how I'm going to make it.
Whenever I feel the urge that I feel angry or I feel sad, I usually either play with my dogs, read, write, draw, go for walks, do anything to get my mind.
Just take care of you. I've learned that over the years, over my entire life, that I need to take time to take care of me and to not be a people pleaser. Also, to reduce my stress, I sing, I go to church, I rely on my faith a lot, I pray, and I do just simple things. Sometimes you just have to count to 10. Just start with that. I would definitely start with counting to 10. That definitely helps, and taking deep breaths. So just basically find what what's right for you. You know, everybody does something different, but find what's right for you, and definitely take time to do that, to just unwind every day and take some time for you. And I think you'll find that it really helps.
By having good friends and knowing how to cope with all your problems.
I'm Brickell, a senior at Harrison High School, and I made it.
I'm Courtney, and I made it.
I'm Garrett Young. I'm a junior, and I made it.
I'm Brittany. I'm a senior, and I made it.
I made it, and you can make it too.
I've made it, you can make it too.
I made it, and you can make it too.
I made it, and you can make it too.